Why all the Buzzfeed quizzes and Myers-Briggs personality tests? Why must you figure out what Hogwarts house you'd belong to? Why the need to know? I only ask because I've taken all those junk quizzes and tests too. I mean, I don't know what I could possibly learn that I don't already know intuitively. All those quizzes are good for putting me in a state of decision paralysis for 30 minutes. My biggest issue with those tests, and the reason I think they're so addictive, is that the results are static. It's not that people are so curious about themselves and the nature of their reality. People just want certainty. We're constantly taking quizzes as if to categorize ourselves in the same way that we do with plants and animals. Until, of course, later we have to insist on our own uniqueness. The results that we get from those quizzes just serve as confirmation bias for however we want to think we are. I mean, is there even an end goal? You ever know enough? Of course not. You can always know more, and that's a good hint at how pointless those quizzes are. It's like sugar, or for a more vulgar, more accurate analogy, it's like mental masturbation. You're just teasing yourself and avoiding the difficult work of confronting an uncertain reality head on. The work of not analyzing our personality, but instead using our personality to grow, to play, to enjoy the game of life. The act of quizzing our personality so often is like driving a car, but stopping every 5 minutes to check the engine. The engine will work regardless of if you look at it or not. But on the other extreme, you can't coast through life never popping the hood of the car. There are times where it's necessary to take a look inside to see if any of the parts are burnt out, if the oil needs to be changed, or if a jump start is in order. But that's not an everyday task. Use your check engine light, aka your intuition, if something feels off. You don't need to check the engine just because you're curious. If you do, you'll never make it out of the driveway. Now, one of the most misused quotes out there, I think, is know thyself. I'm not talking about thyself in the big, ineffable, beyond the ego sense of the word, because I think that is worth exploring someday. No, I'm talking about the cosmopolitan thyself, where thyself is just a thinly veiled marketing tactic to advertise perfumes, where thyself is your Hogwarts house, or which Beatles member you are, or if you're a Phoebe or a Chandler, because those things don't matter. Those quizzes and tests will never convince you to take action on a passion. They merely offset the starting date. So let me be clear. When you use those personality tests and horoscope results as a means of defining yourself, you've guaranteed your mediocrity. You don't need to know yourself any more than you do right now. You need to start doing what you know. Now, if you like this weird philosophical creativity content, consider subscribing or following and joining the Purple Elephant Collective.